Marianne, breezy. Yo, chick. What's that on that beat? Yo. If your chick come close to me.
Okay, we're rolling. Okay, I'm rolling too now. So, welcome to episode 4 of the Enjoy the Silence podcast, hosted by Ciganin and.
You're right. It's me. It's Jewan. I don't like the whole persona. It's like, hello, welcome to the episode 4 of the Ciganin. You know what I mean? That's not natural.
Yeah, no one listens to this anyway. So even if it was natural, no one would really care.
It's that like fake energy, you know? Yeah,
well, that's what we bring.
You know what I'm saying? No, fake energy. Enjoy the silence. Fake energy. That's our tagline.
That's good. That's good. We might put that on the website soon. Yeah. So, Chinese stuff. Let's start off with Chinese stuff. Do we buy Chinese stuff? Yes, we do. Why do we do it? Because we like taking a risk. We're the risk takers. We know that the good things in life, they come at a risk.
Talking about the old GearBest and
the AliExpress.
Alibaba. Well, not Alibaba.
No, that's wholesale. AliExpress is for, our needs.
Bang Goods. Okay.
Bang Goods. Yeah.
There's a few sites.
Bang Good. That's the good stuff. As the G to G, like Amazon has the A to Z logo. You can really tell.
Oh my god, they even stole the logo.
Yeah. It's the true Chinese company.
Buying cheap stuff from China. Well, I think, to be quite honest, that the quality of crap you can buy from China has really gone up in recent years.
Absolutely. You've
got top quality brands like Xiaomi. Not top quality, but I mean...
Yeah, if it weren't for Xiaomi, we wouldn't be recording this. Like, I'm recording this on a Xiaomi headset I bought for $13, so...
So check out the Xiaomi headsets on the old Banggood over there.
It's good because back in the day you had Sennheiser charging like $40 for their CX300 or whatever.
Oh, you remember
earbuds.
That stuff, man. And it all comes from the same bloody factory anyway. Now the Xiaomi stuff feels like it's got something premium, luxury about it.
It does.
The Sennheiser and the others don't really.
The packaging for almost all Xiaomi products.
You can tell they've taken a leaf out of Apple's book.
It's amazing. It's amazing how they do it. But personally, I haven't really been a happy camper with a lot of Xiaomi products. Had a power bank. It works good, but it's just a power bank. Paid.
A power bank. Anyone can do a power bank, really. I did like the finish on it. It reminded me of the old iPod Minis, the original Gen 1s.
That's true, but it doesn't get scratched as easily. I mean, it gets pretty easily scratched, but the iPod Classic, the back of the iPod Classic was a nightmare. But then again, you'd carry that one around a lot more than you would a Xiaomi power bank. But
I like the power bank. You throw it in your bag. When you run out of your juice, when you've been going on too many memes, browsing too many hot memes, and you need to get your fix, plug it in. It gives you another 1 or 2 charges.
Really one or 2 hours of memeing.
1 or 2 extra hours of memeing.
Yeah.
Speaking of memes, any hot new memes?
There's that boy, but he's hardly hot or new.
That boy is a dead meme.
That boy is a very decent meme, but he didn't get the recognition he deserved. For a while there, things were happening with him, but no.
Well, he was a flash in the pan, really, wasn't he?
He was
sort of a bit like who's that one guy who did All Gold Everything? Trinidad James.
That's the one.
Had one song, that was it.
And that's about it. Yeah, kind of like this podcast, one episode, and that's about it. Well, one good episode. We still haven't gotten that one.
No good episode.
But
Chinese stuff. The thing with the Chinese stuff, it takes forever to arrive, and I don't want to fuck with that type of shit.
No one does. That's why you pay £1 or $2 or $3 more, to Amazon Co. UK, and you just get your stuff in 2 days.
Well, yeah, someone's already ordered a crate full of the crap.
Yeah, especially
house.
Yeah, especially if something goes awry, like if something fucks up, if something, if you get the thing that's not working, like good luck shipping it back to China. $15, power bank, shipping it back for like $10, so you can get your $15 back. With Amazon, it's instant. So Chinese stuff, only buy stuff that you're prepared to wait 2 months for. And that
you just got to buy it in advance, really, for that much of a skinflint, a cheapo.
Yeah, it's like Christmas. You get to be Santa for yourself. You order something and then you forget about it, and then 2 months later it pops up, and you're like, "Hey, that's that thing I spent my money on back in the day."
Yeah, there it is. No, yeah, exactly. It's like a little surprise for yourself. For your future self. I dig that.
It's like a time capsule. It's like a time capsule.
It is like a time capsule.
Did you ever do that?
What time capsule?
Yeah.
Never really done it, to be honest. It was kind of like a cool idea, but then I'd look back and hopefully you're supposed to look back and be like,
those were the days.
Those were the days, or maybe like, damn, glad those days are over.
A friend of mine who I will not name because he's not listening to the podcast. I'll just say my friend Philip C. Sub.
The old Philly.
That's not the name,
Uncle Phil.
That's not. Yeah, Uncle Phil. Uncle Phil wanted me to. At some point, I think 3 and something odd years ago, he brought the idea up. I mean, I kind of knew what a time capsule was, and he said that the biggest thing. The most important thing about it is to bury it somewhere that won't it won't end up in a landfill or something, or someone won't make a farm. Yeah. You need to dig it somewhere. You need to dig it up somewhere where it can't be your house. Can't be your house because obviously there's no point because you'll feel the urge to dig it up, but it needs to be like a special place, like where you and your friends hang out often or something like that. And
that sounds a bit gay, dude.
It does. It does.
Sounds kind of gay. Yeah.
But it's like that. Like when you pass by that place, you'll be
You'll be like, hey, that's where my shit's at.
Yeah, and the second most important thing is to put a lot of things that in the at the time of you digging
shit
it
that you were on at the time.
Yeah, yes.
Put in some stuff you got off the old.
Might just put in my laptop in personally, just like a flash drive. But I don't know if a flash drive would stand the test of time. So
flash drive, totally. Oh well, like the USB tech might be.
Yeah, I don't. Well, in 10 years' time, USB will still be alive and kicking, no doubt. But it's just like
beyond USB, 6 or something.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. It'll be backwards compatible no matter what.
Oh, yeah.
But what would you put? Pictures? Not really. I mean, for someone who's growing up in the the tens, as we call them now, it's such
teens, I guess maybe teens. I'm gonna call it. Teens
no, people say tens. What
about what's your opinion on the noughties for the
noughts, the O's, the double O's?
But you know how it's like 80s, 90s, noughties.
That sounds
That's
so
the
gay.
Thing, I've heard it. It sounds really gay.
It does.
But I don't think there's any way of saying it without it being gay.
The double O's. The double O's. Just call it that.
The double O's.
Yeah. So someone who's been growing up in the double O's doesn't necessarily have a lot of things that matter to him that he can put inside a time capsule. Like
it's not really double O's.
Doesn't matter. It's just Like, what would you put? Let's say you were doing it 8 years ago. What would you put? What were the things that matter to you? Team Fortress 2. How do you put a Team Fortress 2?
Or from now? From now I'd put in a guitar pick. That's pretty gay. But if in 10 years' time, if I've quit, I'll be like, oh, shit.
You'll remember the guitar pick and be like,
damn.
I used to jam with this pretty hard.
I used to fuck with that shit.
Yeah.
Why did I even do that? And maybe I'll get back into it. What else would I put in? I'm not really a fan of keeping crap.
Exactly. Do you have any pictures with like friends in the last 5 years that aren't digitally stored on your, flash drive?
Hell no. Yeah, but I think this shows a fundamental lack of imagination on our parts. You know what I'm saying? Like, surely there's some sentimental crap. I think sentimental crap is basically, you know what I mean? It's not something that that guys really do. And if you're going to do a time capsule, you might do it with your buddies. So each guy throws in one piece of crap. And you'd be like, oh.
What if each guy took a crap?
Put it in the capsule.
Exactly.
On the ground. Well, that's
exactly. What would happen? What would happen? Would it stand the test of time?
It depends how you sealed it, doesn't it? Depends how you sealed it.
It does. It really does. In a jar, maybe?
But you want to make it airtight.
Yeah, airtight, exactly. Vacuum that shit out, literally.
You know what I'm saying? If there's like air in it, then it's going to ferment.
Nah, no one wants that.
The bacteria is going to like grow and
if it starts smelling, if it starts smelling, then people will dig it up regardless, so that's not good. So
and it's like, does this place smell like shit?
well, at least you'll know 10 years later where you put it, so...
There's that.
Yeah, there's always
you
that.
You heard of the old Jenkum?
No.
Leroy Jenkins.
That's a complete...
It's not Leroy Jenkins. That's ancient memes.
It's a very old meme.
But Jenkum is... So there was a hoax in America where they got people... They tricked young kids. People on the internet tricked young kids into thinking that if you put your piss and shit in a bottle and then put a balloon over the top of the bottle to collect the gas, okay, because it ferments, so it expels lots of like piss and shit gas, and if you huff that gas you get really high.
A natural and free high.
Exactly. It's
courtesy of your body.
And the cops ended up thinking it was real. I thought it was a great idea, to be quite honest. Never actually tried it.
Of course, obviously. I mean, who would try that?
They used to be on the 420 Chan message board, so they've got different drug boards, right?
Yes.
So cannabis board.
Was there a Jenkum board?
You've got the old Jenkum board.
Like, what were the posts like?
Completely seriously talking about Jenkum, like in order to trick people into doing the thing. And every now and then you'd have someone who's like, like, fuck all of y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fully tricked. It was awesome. It was good stuff. Don't do drugs.
Yes. Don't do drugs or else you'll end up a guest on the Enjoy the Silence podcast with your host, Ciganin. And
myself.
Yeah. So, speaking of fermenting stuff and things going horribly wrong. Spoony. Let's talk about the old Spoony from the Spoony experiment.
So who's the old Spoony?
Well,
you and I both are vaguely aware of who Spoony is. Well,
I'm a bit more aware than you.
Fan.
I used to be. So how do we talk about Spoony without, well, I'd say bringing the hate of his fans towards our website, but to be honest, his fans have long since abandoned him, and this is why. He opened up I never gave him money, so I can't really consider myself a fan. A patron, no, definitely not. A fan, hardly. A fan is short for fanatic, and, that's, Spoony is not... No. So,
who is the old Spoony? Yeah,
Spoony hosts an online comedy review show and podcast. Apparently, he has a podcast too. He has a podcast too, which I've never heard of, even though I've been watching his videos for about 4 years now. He says that he's been around for 6 years across various networks, such as Screw Attack and That Guy with the Glasses, which used to be a good website I kind of frequented.
That guy with the glasses, is that Doug?
Yes, it's the nostalgia critic.
Or Doug, like Doug.
Yes, he's the one with the wife in the picture, the reaction image. I don't want
to. Where he's sort of in pain.
Yes, that is the one.
Physical pain.
That is the one. And the thing about Spoony is that he rose to prominence in about 2008 or 9 with his... I really can't remember the time because I wasn't a fan back then. But he did a video for Final Fantasy VIII. Obviously, the game would be 10 years old by then, but it doesn't matter because he was like one of the first people, if not before, it could have been 2006. But anyway, he was one of the first people that really made. Well, he didn't make a point, but he made a semi-entertaining video on how Final Fantasy VIII sucks balls. And it kind of, he got a lot of hate, but he got a lot of traction as well. And then he kind of, started doing his own thing. 2 or 3 years ago, he got kicked from that guy with the glasses over some Twitter feud. I
still don't really know. I've never seen Nostalgia Critics videos.
Me
but
neither.
From what I gather, he's autistic, and his fans are also autistic. No offense to autists.
He's not that big. You'd think that he would be, as the guy who's basically running the site, you'd think he would be that like 100,000 subscribers at least, but maybe he is, but like 100,000 subscribers is not that much in 2016
What kind of
YouTube.
views does he get on his YouTube?
I'm trying to see Nostalgia Critic YouTube. I think he doesn't get as much. I mean, he's been on YouTube since. Oh, he's got 537K. Well, that is quite a lot.
That's respectable. Yeah.
His most popular video was Pixels, the Adam Sandler movie. Him bitching.
Famous shit movie.
Him bitching about where's the fair use. Something about YouTube copyright. That was 3 months ago. Batman vs Superman. That was a month ago. 4 months ago, some more YouTube drama. But
We're talking about
Noah
Artweiler.
and Twiler. So he made a Patreon account, and for those of you who don't know what Patreon is, it's basically where your funnier memers, the funnier people on this side of the entertainment spectrum.
It doesn't have to be funny people. It's like.
Well, Spoonie used to be pretty funny. He still is.
Often it's like personalities.
Yeah, online personalities. They make like a donation page, and then you become a patron or a patron. Patron.
I would say patron, but
patron. That doesn't.
Patron. You'd be patron my cup.
You basically become a fan and pay him $5 or $2 or $10 or $20 or $50 a month. It's like a Kickstarter. Except you really don't get anything. You don't even get a promise, to be honest. You're just like, throwing something out there for the guy that provided you with hours upon hours of entertainment. And that's, to an extent, that's legitimate. And he started off pretty strong. I think he got about 6 or 7K US dollars, 67,000 US dollars within 6 months. And then he even broke 10,000 at a certain point. And then
A month.
Yeah, a month. So I don't know if that's pre-tax or probably pre-tax. And then he just stopped making videos. He would create like a wrestling vlog every now and then. He would do like one of his Counter Monkey series. That's basically where he talks for 2 hours about some Dungeons and Dragons game he had back when, and that's it. That was all he did for about a year and a half, and he's recently gone down to $1,700 per month, and there's 372 saps as of today, June 1st, podcast episode 4. Forgot to say that. It's 7:10 p.m. here. You're
saying these guys are saps as if they shouldn't be giving him.
Of course not. I
wouldn't give him money in million years. A, I haven't watched his videos. B, he sounds like a real. I mean, I don't really know how to say this without being really offensive.
He has a lot of time. He spent that money to like move out with his girlfriend or something. It was something.
I read he's in a $300,000 house.
No, he's not. He's not living that lavishly, but
$300,000 house, and he's got a mortgage, is what I heard.
I'm not familiar with that much, but what I do know is that he tweets out a lot. He's got 70K tweets. That's 70,000 tweets. and he's got 43K followers. That's 43,000 followers. And the point is, he lets out a tweet like every hour and a half, which is insane, because he could be using that time to create some content, some actual content that his fans pay him for. Well, they don't pay him per se, because he's on Patreon. You have like 3 or 2 settings. I think one of them is that you can tell you can basically say if you're making money on a per video basis. So that means every time you release a video, your fans like pay you, I don't know, $2 or something. I don't know, whatever the amount they want. And there's also,
I want to get in this Patreon game, man. I want free. I mean, I want money for making podcasts. You should give us money, guys.
Can we buy some proper audio equipment, please? Oh, that's also one of the things they list goals, and his goals are for $2,000. There are some After Effects plugins I'd like to purchase, as well as some Artbeat stock footage packages. That's stuff.
Like absolute bullshit. This guy is a fucking scam artist, and he's coasting by on people's nostalgia. You know, people loved his old shit that he did, and they're still giving him money. And he's a snotty little prick, and I hope he fails. And
he's already hit rock bottom once. He managed to rebound from it a little bit. That was when he made his Spoony Breaking Dawn Twilight video. That was a good one. Yeah, that's the one everyone loves and remembers.
I've seen like some of the. I've seen the
screen cap. Yeah, the screen cap of it.
Oh man, I hope it happens again.
It was pretty funny.
I hate the guy because he doesn't deserve it.
He says that if he were to get $2,500, and this he reached this before, but he fell from it. He had $10,000 at a point. He even made a video about it. When he reached that amount, and he's down to 1,700, and his fans, or at least the people that still care about him, even if they don't give him money, they still comment on him taking money from people who think that he's worth the money, but he's clearly not. And all
lazy. He's just a lazy fucker.
Literally,
you know what I'm saying? Like, and he had it all. He had $10,000 a month. All he had to do was make the fucking videos, do his fucking job.
Exactly.
Like, for 10,000 videos, I would $10,000. 10,000 videos. That's a lot of fucking videos. For $10,000, I would make not 10,000 videos, but damn near that amount. It's fucking outrageous. People would kill to make $10,000 a month, and he just threw it all away.
Exactly. It wasn't even. He didn't even need to do anything other than keep doing what he used to do, even when he wasn't getting $10,000 a month. So what would in his mind, does he think that this is the money he deserves because he used to bust his ass all day long?
That's exactly what he thinks.
So he doesn't owe anything to him. Why would he? He made all that content for free.
It's probably a bit of that, but he's got mental issues. Okay, we've seen that. Okay, we've seen that from that one screenshot. It just says it all.
I think if I ever put this video on YouTube, this should just be the title card for the YouTube video all throughout.
Yeah.
So the point is, if we ever do
actually watch that clip, that's what I'm thinking.
Well, maybe because they'll think it's a Spoony video, and they'll
be like, they want to hear people talking about Spoony, not they, but I mean the few people that.
Yeah, we could cut this podcast.
Spoony exists, and B still give a shit.
We could cut this episode around when it comes to the topics we cover.
Yeah, whatever. Carry on.
Yeah. Anyway, kids, Patreon. If we ever do it, we promise that we'll up our
game. We'll step it the fuck up. Yeah. I'm saying, like,
that's what we do.
Even for $20 a month, that would cover the hosting and everything.
Stepping it the fuck up since 2016. The Enjoy the Silence podcast. That's us. So, speaking about self-discipline and all that, the next topic on our podcast is a TED Talk. Now, TED Talks, what's your opinion on them?
Well, I think we're talking TED or are we talking TEDx?
TEDx, to
TEDx,
the X.
Next X.
Yeah,
all right.
That's the one.
2016, trash economy. We're going to turn money, I'm just thinking of Sam Hyde, $1 Million Extreme. Was it called? 2017.
It's paradigm shift.
Paradigm shift. There we go. And that just says it all when it comes to TEDx, because anyone can do that. Another guy who did TEDx, it might be TEDx, it might be in a real TED Talk, Ty Lopez.
That's
Lamborghini fame.
Yes, that's the one. There's a lot of memes about him. I know that.
He's one of the meme masters. And if these guys can get on this shit, I mean, frankly, it's not credible in the least. Sometimes they're quite interesting. I don't really watch them a lot to myself. I prefer memes, comedy,
Yeah, they host them here in Serbia as well to make things.
Then,
you know that's fucked up when they host them here.
It's not going to be some high quality stuff.
I should apply just to get this podcast out there. I'll say, from the Ciganin the Enjoy the Silence podcast. That's me, Ciganin. Maybe make 15 minutes worth of jokes here and there.
Do something about starting your own business or starting your own projects with very little resources, and talk about how in this digital economy, you can start something from nothing.
That's me, the paradigm shift.
Exactly.
So the video I'm referencing is by some guy whose name I really can't remember, and I don't feel like looking. Felipe Castro Matos, Portuguese entrepreneur, co-founder of O Meu Corpo, which means my glass, or something like that. So he's talking basically for 10 minutes, talking about how waking up every day at 4:30 a.m. can change your life. And
I don't fuck with that shit. It sounds retarded.
He talks in Portuguese.
He sounds like a moron. Well, he sounds like a shill. He's shilling himself. Okay, he's God.
And the thing about the video is that he seems really insecure, nervous, confused while he's on stage. And
but then Elon Musk is on that type of insecure, stuttery kind
of thing. That's a bit different. This guy, Elon Musk, for what he's worth, like he has a lot more money than this guy, so it doesn't really matter if he comes across as insecure because he's pretty rich.
He's pretty rich. He's fucking Elon Musk.
Yeah, he's successful. He's successful. This guy isn't, so he's not excused for feeling nervous or confused. I mean, the other guy isn't either. Let's be honest. Like, why would you feel confused or nervous on stage when you're Elon fucking Musk?
That's just who he is. He's a weirdo. He's a kind of like a successful weirdo. That's what I think a lot of these new guys are. I mean, you've got, Mark Zuckerberg. The one guy who I think is not is who's the Twitter man? Jack Dorsey.
Could have been.
He sounds like a prick. Even though I know nothing about him, he just sounds like a prick. And probably the Snapchat guy too.
Snapchat sold to Facebook, I think. Did they?
How is it?
Oh, maybe they didn't want to sell.
No, I think they didn't.
Yeah, I can't remember. Shows how much we know here when it comes to tech.
No, we need to get on that Snapchat type shit because otherwise we're gonna lose the youth.
Yes.
The youth
yes. We should make a Snapchat and snap the chat. That's what the kids are doing.
Enjoy the silent Snapchats.
Yes. Easy. Anyway. He says, this Portuguese guy, he says that waking up every day at 4:30 can change your life. And I'm not buying it. I mean, even if it was someone who was very confident when bringing up points as to how waking up at 4:30 can change your life, I'm just not buying it because my life doesn't function that way. Like, if I were to wake up at 4:30 a.m., what would I do? What would I do?
Browse memes, and you play some games, maybe watch some American Dad or Family Guy, and decide it's too early, I'm going to go back to bed.
Exactly. The whole point, I think the main point that he's trying to bring up here is that when you wake up at 4:30, to be able to physically wake up at 4:30, that means that you need to go to sleep a lot earlier than you usually do.
Yeah.
So sure. What he's essentially saying is that you need to go to sleep around 9 or 10, preferably 9, to be able to make it for 4:30. And then when it's 4:30, when it's a different, it's still night outside, literally. And it's a different atmosphere for getting stuff done. So, you can do your stretching, you can do your yoga, whatever. You can make breakfast, which is something personally I never do that.
No, I think making breakfast is a waste of time unless you're cooking for a group of people. Like, who's gonna fuck that shit?
No, but like you can grab a bite to eat at your own leisure.
The bakery's not open yet, dog. Where are you gonna get your daily bread?
Some bakeries here are open at 4:30. They are just they are, because that's when they make the stuff. I mean, they're not technically open, but you can knock and ask if you can buy some stuff, and it's fresh out of the oven. I can see where he's going with this. I can genuinely see that.
I can see where he's going with it, but I'm not gonna do it, dude. You haven't sold it to me. Just leave it, yeah.
Why? I mean, most people wake up at around 6:50 or 7:30.
What world are you living in?
Third world, one of the third.
Second, I think it's technically a second world country. It's second world, man.
Okay,
I'm waking up at 7 or no 8, more like 8.
Yeah, 8. But you go to work at 9. That
I go to
all.
work at 8:30. Okay, fuck around for a bit, and then continue fucking around if I've got nothing to do later on. It's
yeah. Well, America, Britain has that 9 to 5 thing going on. We have an 8 to 3 or 8 to 4. So it's not the same. I mean, I don't know how it is in Portugal, where this guy's from, but it's just... Why would you wake up? Why would you try to force a change? I think it's one of those things where you try to force something just so you can tell yourself you can do it, and that just screams insecure. And it's funny because he's insecure on stage, and he's telling you all that. It's like when your parents tell you, don't ever smoke, and they, fire up a cigarette themselves.
Oh, yeah.
It's like he's not leading by example, and this is a thing where he has to lead by example. If it were some guy,
yeah, but there's the discipline thing. Yeah, what's your analogy?
Well, that's the thing. He's telling you the way that you exert self-discipline is by telling yourself to wake up at 4:30, and you do it. Just do it. You just do it. But
Reebok Soul.
But that's okay. That's self-discipline.
Reebok Soul.
Yeah, that's okay. Self-discipline is okay, but what does this get you? It's just a trait. It doesn't get you anywhere. Now you can say...
Don't have self-discipline.
You can say that's a gateway. You need to have self-discipline to be able to, do some other stuff.
There used to be this one thing where people take cold showers in the morning, so they find that the initial discomfort of the cold shower...
Oh, definitely.
Really not that bad over time if you expose yourself to it.
Definitely. I do that usually during winter. Well, not that, but I would go like if it's like 15 degrees Celsius outside during the day, that's the maximum temperature, which means it's going to be like 6 or 7 degrees in the morning, which is kind of cold. Not really, but kind of cold.
Ain't cold.
No, but honestly, I would just go in a like a t-shirt and a hoodie, and that's it. No jacket, nothing. And usually people would be all over the jacket stuff, and they'd wear layered clothes, but I wouldn't, because at 7:35 a.m. Yeah, at 7:35 a.m. when I go to school. When I used to go to school, that the 20-minute discomfort actually helps wake me up, because I don't drink coffee, I don't do any of that, so it helps to wake me up, helps to make me feel better. Sure, but
I mean that's an effect it has, but there's also the idea that exposing yourself to that discomfort is the same as, say, getting up off your ass and doing something. Okay, you feel the same kind of discomfort. And when you expose yourself to that every day and find that actually it's not that bad.
It's completely different. The physical discomfort and the mental discomfort of being a lazy shit, like, it hardly can compare to.
I would argue the physical discomfort is worse, because it's like on a primal level, you're like, holy fuck, this is fucking cold. I mean, fucking freezing shower. That's the idea behind it, okay? Don't ask me. I didn't make this shit up. Someone else's idea, fam.
Either way, I'm not going to be waking up at 4:30 just so I can prove to myself that I can do it. I mean, sure, it's like saying, again with the smoking analogy, it's like saying I can quit at any time. I just don't want to, when in reality you really can't.
Yeah, exactly. But then we're not doing anything as bad as smoking by waking up and going to sleep at normal times. This Ted shit is retarded. Okay, I just want my Lamborghini up in the Hollywood Hills. That's what I'm into. I mean, I'm all about that life. Shout out to Tyler Lopez.
So, next topic. Students seeking sugar daddies for tuition and rent, and possibly something more.
Oh boy.
So there's this girl called Candice Kashani.
Candice Kashani.
Could have been.
So she sounds like maybe Middle Eastern or Arabic or something. Kashani is not a normal name.
It's not, but who am I to judge? Anyway,
so this is basically chicks who want to fuck and suck for money.
That doesn't say that in the article, Ewan.
So they're like straight up hoes. And I get it because they're poor, because maybe their families aren't too rich.
No one's family is
rich. They've got a ton of
rich.
student debt. All they have to do is find like a rich old dude to fucking suck, and she's gonna get designer shit. Okay, designer, Panda. New hit single out now. Shout out to Panda. Shout out to Panda, it's designer.
Okay, so during her first year, she faced tuition and expenses that ran nearly $50,000, even after a scholarship. So she decided to check out a dating website that connected women looking for financial help with men willing to provide it, in exchange for companionship and sex. A sugar daddy relationship, as they are known. Now, almost 3 years and several sugar daddies later, this is important, the several. Apparently one just doesn't cut it anymore. Kashani is set to graduate from Villanova University. Let's see where that is. I have no idea where that is. It's not famous, but
I've never heard of it in my life.
Villanova.
I don't even know where it is, yeah.
It's in Villanova, Philadelphia. Oh, Pennsylvania. God damn it. I'm blind.
Philadelphia is the capital of Pennsylvania.
Well, I'm close. I'm close. Said
It's
PA.
the doofus.
Said PA. Whatever. Apparently Bradley Cooper went there.
Oh, Coop from the famous movie Limitless.
Yes,
I
Limitless.
don't know what else he's in, but he's in this other one where he's a chef. I think
It's called Burnt. There's a very the translation of it in Serbian is pretty funny, but it takes a serve.
crispy.
It's sort of. Anyway,
It's the famous line he says.
you watched it.
You know about no, I heard about the quote though. Sous vide or sous vide or whatever cooking. So it's when you put things in like little bags and boil them, so that it doesn't make them kind of soggy. It just heats them up with the heat of the water.
Interesting.
Different from roasting. And Coop tells the other guy who loves that sous vide, like, you're not a cook. You don't know how to cook. You just heat things up in condoms. You know, and that's the line.
Oh, it's kind of like Gordon Ramsay. Was that his name, chef?
Yeah, it sounds. I bet the guy is kind of based off Gordon Ramsay.
It is.
I've watched a couple of episodes of the
Never
Gordon
watched.
Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares.
Never watched it. I know the guy, I know his face, but never watched it. It's just.
It's not bad, man. The guy has.
He had an
presence.
AMA on Reddit, I think. Back.
I read it.
back a few months ago. I read it. Well, that's where 60% of our website traffic comes from, according to Google Analytics. So, hi Reddit. Anyway, Kashani is set to graduate from Villanova University free and clear, while some of her peers are burdened with 6-digit debts. As the cost of tuition and rent rises, so does the apparent popularity of such sites among students. But are they really providing financial relief or signing women up for something more exploitative and dangerous than that? Now, I'll be honest, and I'm sure pretty much every other guy who's not jealous of this girl, pretty much, is going to say is like, why don't they make this for guys? And if they do, the only risk involved here is like, oh god. Okay, I unpause it. Okay, so a little
They make we had technical difficulties.
technical difficulties. You sound horrible, but okay, whatever.
Well, I use my audio, so that's not even a thing.
That's okay. Anyway, we'll cut these bits out as it is. Where was I? I said that the real question of the day here is, do they make sites like these for guys? And if they do, the only real risk,
Is that you're going to get drilled in the ass by...
No, well, drilled in the ass is one thing, but like the thing that I'm worried about is like waking up one day in a bathtub with one of your kidneys missing, bathtub full of ice, and like incision marks on your back. That's that stuff that you got to be careful about. But honestly, you're just getting financially compensated for your time, and that's all there is to it, really. I mean, yes, you have to enjoy sort of drilling. Can't hear anything, Cap. It should work. It should work when you click on.
Recording. Yeah, we're recording. We're live, bitch.
Are we live? Okay, so technical difficulties here and there. What were we talking about? Yes, we were talking about women, grown-ass women. Well, not grown-ass, but, grown women, women of age, adult women that are completely sane.
Like, pouring themselves out for money.
And, completely capable of making rational decisions. They're whoring themselves out for sugar daddy money. And the question of the day is, if
Did you just
this
say
was available readily
of making rational decisions?
No, I said capable. Capable.
Oh, okay. So why not legalize hoes?
Maybe.
That's what you're trying
No.
to
I'm saying there's people who are commenting on this, like you, that they're whoring themselves out. That may be true, but let's be honest here, just for a minute. If you could do the same thing, well, not with an older guy, obviously, but with an older woman, why not? It's free money. That's the allure.
Do the same thing with an older woman.
Exactly. That's why it only works when you're a
There's no one who's willing to pay.
Hey.
Exactly. It's only old dudes.
Maybe if you're like Ethiopian and like they can just pay like $100 a month, and that's like gold for you. Ethiopian standards. Yeah. Could be. I'm not familiar with.
Why do you think women are struggling to find men?
Isn't it the other way around? Oh, it is. That was the point you were trying to make. Well, I don't know. The thing about this that irks me the most is that these people are, they're not spending $10,000 or $15,000 or $20,000. They're spending quite a lot more because sure, if it's fun, if you get off by paying someone, by owning someone, literally.
Yeah.
That's where the high comes from for the guys that do.
Also, you fuck them, and
no, obviously there's that too, but that's an expensive fuck.
That's an expensive fuck. No, because you will pay for it either way, one way or another. Okay, you could go to the club, you could buy drinks, you get a taxi home, and maybe some nights you'll get laid, some nights you won't.
Makes me think,
that shit adds up. Okay, that shit adds up. Some people decide, fuck it, man, might as well pay for that shit.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just thinking, like, what do these guys look like if they have to, resort to? I'm not saying resort to.
My one housemate who I used to live with, he was like this tall dude, covered in tattoos, like the whole lot, like bangs like all the girls, blah blah blah, all that shit. Okay. His girlfriend at the time was a stripper, and from what she says, the kind of guy that comes to the strip club is only average guys, like the most average of the average. So not like the good-looking guys, not the really ugly guys. It's just only the average, and I can kind of understand that. I think it would be kind of like depressing if you were super ugly and you had to go to the strip
Yeah,
club.
those people don't get out of the house, let alone to the strip club. They lack the confidence to go to the
Yeah.
strip club. So.
And if you're banging lots of girls anyway, if you're a really hot guy, then it's probably like, well, why do I need to go to the strip club kind of thing?
Exactly, there's no point unless you really want to test your luck and see if they'll let you without paying.
Yeah, if you can pay, if you can, exactly.
If you can.
Yeah,
get
but that's
paid,
what I'm saying. Like
job there,
that was what my housemate was. He wasn't that good looking, but he was tall, he was funny.
So maybe he was paying his girlfriend.
Maybe. I think it was the other way around, to be honest. I think he had that setup going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, he moved in with her. It was a whole thing.
The whole pack.
That's where, like, he's living the dream, okay? He's moved in. The girlfriend is bankrolling everything with the stripper money. Obviously, the only loser in the scenario is the girl's dad, who is, I'm sure, it's like either absent or sorely disappointed. Like, you know?
I'm gonna go with absent on this one.
Yeah.
So the guy basically pimped himself out to the girl, which does prove that a guy can do this on some level. Obviously, the girl isn't gonna pay for his, tuition with her stripper money, but he got a sweet deal going on.
Well, he got a sweet deal, but I mean, I'm saying, like, he was a popular guy,
None of these relationships really require, from what I see on this text, on this news post. It's on Philly.com, believe it or not. That's probably why it's about Philadelphia. It says that some psychologist says that it allows you to hone in on what you want, both for the girl and for the guy. So it really is just an exchange, a favorable exchange, a good trade, one might say. This is really nothing to it at its core. That's what it is. Yeah. It's just that it's a different way of online dating. We've covered Tinder last episode and how that's not even a dating app. It's a fucking app, to be honest. But it is true. It is true. Just the fact that this allows...
I think there's nothing wrong with this shit, really. I mean, obviously, as a father, I would be really disappointed.
You always do the father-daughter thing.
But it's true. It's true. Would you, if you had a kid, if you had a girl, would you be really disappointed?
What if it was a son?
If your lad was, like, spending his money on hoes, well, his lad's going to spend money on hoes one way or the other. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, like iTunes might ban us for this. They usually don't, but the way we're going,
we're all right. I think we're okay.
Oh, we're okay. We're okay, but still, I don't know. I think that as soon as you start thinking, what if it was my lad? What if it was my daughter doing? What if it were my daughter doing this? Like, you can't think about it that way. Like,
well, you kind of can. Like, that's the whole point.
It's just another example of society going down the drain.
Society going down the drain?
I'm just
arguing for it, mate. You were saying...
I'm just saying...
There's nothing wrong with it.
No. What I was saying was that the tolerance for this kind of stuff, obviously by, if we go by my example and what I was saying, like, if I'm okay with it, that means there's probably a lot of other people that are too, which goes to show that we've become a lot less judgmental about this kind of stuff. I mean, I come from a country where 100 and something years ago, people, arranged marriages, that stuff's still going on in India. Back in the day, if you had a daughter, you were as lucky as if you were to have a son, because you could sell the daughter, quite literally, into a good family, and then you'd live off that what's it called, dowry money. Sweet
it still happens now in some parts of Japan, not some parts, but
Japan.
I'm saying, like, past a certain age, because people are so autistic, they have to, like, they do that kind of arranged marriage type dating, weird, like, marriage dating, you know what I mean, specifically for getting married.
It's a good way of getting pussy, to be honest, but
I'm not sure if it's a good way. I think if you okay, that's your game. I think you've got problems.
That's,
And you need to sort your shit
that's
out.
my game. That's my game. That's like the only good thing I can see. It's like someone doing the work for you.
Mhm.
Like literal. Well, it depends if you get to choose as the guy. Like to what extent is it arranged?
I think
Like, do you
you
get
have
to
no
choose?
fucking say, and you're like, it depends where you are. I think in the Indian ones, they can be really like,
I
yeah,
think you can
this is
choose it.
this is your wife now. Live with it. I think it's good.
But arranged marriage is not really the same because these girls don't get they don't get married to these people. In fact, it even says
No, but I
they
just feel
change
bad
several.
for like whoever ends up marrying these women. You know, they're hoes. They are literally prostitutes. Okay, and you're allowed. You can be a prostitute if you like. It's your life, but it still makes you a prostitute, and I will look down on you for it. Okay, you're a whore. You're actually a whore. There's just no other way to describe prostitute, a hoe. I mean, just you know what I mean. You suck dick for money. Okay, that's
Well, the girl, to her defense, she said that she spoke about the condition of anonymity because of the potential impact on her job prospects. So she wants to keep this on the DL. She doesn't want to be. Well, obviously, she's not keeping me on the DL by being on this article that we're covering now. Obviously, but there's a reason for keeping it anonymous because if the sugar daddy were to run dry, she needs to switch sugar daddies, which means that the other sugar daddy probably doesn't want to know that the woman he's financing used to be a hoe before him.
Well, I think they know what's up. They weren't born yesterday.
No, but she can say, this is my first time. Sure, they won't buy it, but it gives credence to the
They can at
fantasy.
least give a sort of air of plausible deniability.
Reasonable doubt.
Well, yeah. How reasonable that doubt is another matter. That's another question. Really, though, just let them do it. Let them do whatever they want. It's not illegal anyway. That's why they're doing it. Surely.
Obviously. But it makes
in
you
Japan,
think, like, what if you
actually a thing? It's called compensated dating. Look it up. Compensated dating, and
that's the one.
And
what you'll see
it's prostitution. Is what it is.
Is that the one where the girl is like outside of a gambling place or something?
Or they might be. What you mean, like a slot machine?
No. It's like she's like, hey, wanna play?
Hey, wanna buy
casino?
sex? You wanna buy pussy? Like, what's up?
No, but it's like more of a buddy relationship, and then she says, hey, you wanna buy pussy, boy? And then
pussy
you're
boy.
like, or is it one of
Right.
in that voice exactly? No, is it one of those things where they like the hot girl tells you, hey, want to go here for a drink, and then you buy a bottle of whatever, and a bottle of $20,000 worth of liquor, and then you're like, uh-oh, and then the
young Yakuza lads, they come out and say, hey, yo fam, like, what are you gonna do about this bill, fam?
And then they follow you to the bank or to your house, so you give them the money, and it's like, I saw that in a Jap movie, Outrage, with Takeshi Kitano. That's the good guy. It's the good Japanese actor.
That's not what I was talking about. I think that does happen, but it's not so common if you're not. Really
that's a confidence trick. That's a scam. Like,
it's a scam.
Straight out. You think the girl really wants to like hook up with you out of all of these guys, and then it brings you out to some like alley, and then there's like a bar in a basement, and there's like no one there, and like what else did you think was gonna happen?
Well, exactly. What did you expect? You got mugged off, mate. You got mugged off. know what I'm saying? I was talking about the high school girls. Not necessarily high school. I mean, it can be anything.
What's that called? Like Anjo Kosai or something? Is that the one?
I can see you've done your homework there, Ciganin.
Yeah, that's the one.
I'm not sure whether to be impressed or disturbed. You know,
Disturbed. I'd go with Disturbed. That's a good career choice for a girl and for a guy.
I don't think so. To me, it's just like
You get money.
You know, it's kind of you get money, but you're a whore, and nothing you do will ever change that because you hoard yourself out for money. I just think it's wrong. I'm gonna keep making this point till we move on to the next topic. To be quite honest.
Okay, let's move on to the next toppings. Topping? Really? Topping?
Next topic. What's your favorite pizza topping? You ordered a pizza.
Well, we don't have pizza toppings here. It doesn't work that way. You have a preset of 20 pizzas. I mean, sure, you can tell them make a custom one. Cost the same anyway. Don't know what people don't do.
So, like, what's the, what do you choose? You go for that pepperoni, yeah?
Pepperoni.
Big fan of that Italian sausage, yeah?
Prosciutto.
You got like your meats, yeah, you like in that pork product.
Cheese.
Cheese goes without saying. That's default. That's standard on a pizza. You got cheese.
What's the tomato? Yeah, that's the one.
Cheese
what else do I get? Honestly, as long as the crust is filled with cheese.
Oh, you go for that stuffed crust type shit.
I'm okay with it. Like anything they put there that's not like too spicy, or just like some type of vegetable, like olives. I can't eat olives. I mean, I don't. I just don't.
Olives are the bomb. Olives are dank, dude.
No, I don't.
Your pizza game is not on point as far as I can tell. I was with you until you said no olives.
No.
Saying no veggies.
Veggies are okay. Obviously, I can do. What is it? Paprika. That's how they call it. What's it called in English?
Call them peppers. Yeah. Bell peppers.
Yeah, but obviously not the spicy kind. We already said that I don't eat.
You mean not chili peppers?
Yes, not. None of that. Anyway,
at
pizza.
the risk of sounding like a pussy like you, I would say chili peppers for me. Not on that chili pepper type shit. I can't. It fucks your stomach up, man. Fuck.
Yeah, you don't want to eat spicy food. Like
not too spicy.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to force yourself to.
Yeah, I mean, if it's painful to eat. It's gonna be
you don't want to end up in a prank video or something. Like speaking of pranks and whores, prank versus prank split.
That was not a good segue into that.
That was not. Well, it is about whores, but
we're talking about this Jesse and Gina, or Jesse Gina. What is
Jesse is the guy.
So we have two YouTube stars.
They make content on their own channel together.
What are they? They split up, yeah.
Yeah,
they used to be. They were fucking each other, and then they split up.
They split up, and the reason why I'm saying that it's related to whoring, this might as well be the theme of this episode. They uploaded their video of splitting up on YouTube, whether it's for that sweet ad revenue money or
it's for the ad revenue money.
Well, I'm not.
They're like, what are we gonna do? We're gonna upload this? Yeah, we're gonna wow.
It's a nice way to end a channel if they're really ending the channel. I'm not into these.
Hot for the chick.
I'd say they're a perfect match. Don't know why they're splitting up. I mean, look at them both, painfully average.
Painfully average. What are you then, Ciganin?
It's beside the point. This is an audio podcast. This is.
You got a face for radio. Let's put it that way.
Okay, sure. Anyway, they uploaded the video on YouTube as a sort of way to tell their fans, a last goodbye or something, and just explain to the hardcore fans why they're not going to be making any more content.
Okay. I feel like I'm weird for not knowing.
I don't know these
who
people
they are.
Oh,
yeah. Somehow I know who SPOONY and Doug.
Well, Doug has 600k subscribers.
That's
apparently,
strongest subscriber count there.
Apparently, these guys I think had a lot more. They were one of the big. I mean, prank videos. Who do you have? You have H3.
H3 is that shit I watch.
Exactly.
I watch that shit, and I think it's aimed at
These guys have 10 million subscribers.
They're in the big time, yeah.
These guys are effectively, 15, 16 times more popular than Doug? Doug? Really? Come on, Doug. Come on.
Well, yeah, Doug needs to step it up then, doesn't he?
Yeah, anyway, these people uploaded this video of them online, and I can't see on their page right now whether it's still available. Maybe it was on an alternate channel. Don't know. But apparently they still do videos. I don't know if it's together, but the video had a video. The channel had a
Because
video.
they
uploaded
can't
6
not
days
do it.
ago.
This is how they make money. They can't not.
They make quite a lot of money.
Yeah,
Like
you know they do.
quite a lot of money. 10 million subscribers.
Is that? It's not PewDiePie money, but it's still like.
It's very close to PewDiePie money.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
They even have, like, I'm looking on their channel. I'm looking on the stuff they have on their channel right now, and they have like episodes of Prank Academy, and it requires payment to watch it on their YouTube channel. So they've stepped up the monetization game, basically, like straight up. And it just makes me feel like it's supposed to be a genuine video. It's called A New Chapter, on their vlog channel. So it is on a different channel, and it's just like you're saying how emotional, how personal this is, how this is breaking your heart.
What you're saying is insincere and cynical, and it's a cash grab for views.
Exactly. Got 2 million views in 2 days. That's not a whole lot, but it's a lot. Like, it's not a whole lot.
I don't think it's fake. I think, okay, even though I don't know these people, I'm going to go ahead and assume that they broke up. But on the other hand,
they realize that
if they can milk this is a golden goose that's going to lay some golden eggs, and they're going to make a shit ton of money.
The whole channel was a golden goose.
I don't fucking blame it. You don't want to kill the golden goose. You want to keep that shit alive. So keep that shit going. They know what the fuck is up.
I find it ironic that their whole channel was about pranks, which at its core is fake shit.
Yeah, all the pranks.
And the fact that their relationship breaking up might be interpreted by someone as a prank, even though they're trying to make a straight face about it and stuff.
No, but I'm pretty sure that's real. You don't, what I mean? You don't fuck with that kind of
Yeah, but it's a testament to their relationship. The fact that they're uploading this for everyone to see, for YouTube to monetize it.
Well, I mean, their relationship, it shows that their business relationship is stronger than their actual relationship. Is what
literally.
And, like, at the end of the day, when you are in a relationship with someone, whether, or a friendship or anything, at the end of the day, what it boils down to is, what's in it for me? Do I get something out of this? Do I get something out of this? And, okay, they decided that they don't get anything out of fucking each other anymore. But they still...
That's where the black man comes
money.
Place.
Okay, this is... hold on, what?
The black guy, that's where he comes into play.
What black guy?
At the point in a relationship when they don't feel anything personally to each other, especially during those intimate moments.
I direct you to the YouTube video. Man is obsessed with black men from the Jeremy Kyle show. Okay.
No.
This is you.
I was saying there might have been a certain black person.
Why black? What's wrong with you?
Or maybe the girl just, developed some preference over the years of being
I think you have some preference for
unsatisfied.
That's what your preference is. Okay, what is this, the cuck cast? Does the C stand for cuck? What's going on?
The C stopped standing for anything like.
Oh my god! Well, maybe we need to have another rebranding. The way things are going. I've had enough of this topic now. What's the next one?
Okay, the next one. It's a good one.
Oh yeah.
You probably heard about it. It's the zoo gorilla. Now, if you don't know,
I heard about this
one. The thing about the zoo gorilla. I blame you. It's been all over the news. Literally, it's been everywhere.
I only heard a little bit about it.
I've seen it.
Know what happened. So basically, some kid went into the gorilla enclosure and killed some gorillas.
Fell. No, that's not what. What?
Okay.
Okay,
I'm one of those guys. All right.
So
Explain it to those of us who don't know who it is.
a
What it is.
4-year-old kid, while on a family trip to the zoo somewhere in the United States, Cincinnati. Okay, there we go. Fell into an area where there was a 17-year-old silverback gorilla called Harambe. And the gorilla
Yeah.
started diddling the little kid in
Oh.
in a gorilla-ish way. Obviously, if you watch the video, you can see that the gorilla is kind of trying to protect the kid or something, because the parents, while the kid is there, they're shouting, "Mommy's here! Does someone call the cops? Someone call the zoo people! And there's a lot of noise coming from above, and the gorilla. I don't know. He's holding the kid's hand or something, and then the gorilla starts dragging the kid through the water segment of the there. Now the kid is 4 years old. The fall must have been at least 10 feet. That's like 2.5 meters. So for a 4-year-old to fall 10 feet already,
That's
a lot.
Up, yeah.
That's a lot. That can fuck me up too. Like, let's be honest. 10 feet. It's nothing to laugh about. And the problem here is that the people that run the zoo, whether it's out of fear of getting sued later on by the kid's family or something, they shot the gorilla dead. And there's been a lot of outcry from everyone, literally. Like, it's not just animal activists, but it's a bit crazy.
Yeah.
That a gorilla who's already in a zoo, he's there, like he's held captive basically, gets to die because of a 4-year-old falling.
Oh, did the kid die?
No, the kid was okay. I think that he.
Well, fuck him. Fuck the gorilla. Okay, he was in a cage anyway. His life was pretty short.
Yeah, I mean, he's 17 years old, the gorilla, and this is the way he meets his end.
How old do gorillas live to?
I don't know, like 40.
40. Shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dad gorilla type stuff. I have no idea. I'm pulling this out of my ass, but it doesn't matter. The fact is that when it comes to, so there's like 3 or 4 people to blame here, parties really. First,
the zoo. Okay, the zoo shouldn't have let it have a facility where a kid can fall into the gorilla cage. That
is one. 2, you can blame the gorilla.
You said the gorilla's diddling the kid. I thought like
no. He was like touching him on the head and on the arms and stuff. It's just a figure of speech. I don't think a gorilla would ever do that.
Did the gorilla fuck the kid up or not? I mean, I'm not talking sexually. I'm talking
physically, to an extent, sort of. But like a couple scratches and bruises, maybe a little bit of blood, but that's about it. I mean, the kid got hurt a lot more just by falling there. So
that's true.
So there's people who blame the gorilla. For what reason, I don't know, but
the gorilla didn't do nothing really
yet.
And at the end of the day, kind of doesn't deserve to die if the kid.
It's a crisis situation. Like,
if you were the dad, if I was the dad, I would shoot the gorilla.
Well, there's also the mom. I think it's kind of funny that the mom starts saying, "Mommy's here, don't worry." Because the kid wouldn't be there in the first place if the mom was actually there.
Fucked up, mom, you useless piece of poo.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, dude.
It's just like I don't know.
I would definitely have shot the gorilla if it was me. If I was the dad.
Yeah, and there's people. So we have people blaming the zoo, blaming the parents, blaming the gorilla, and there's people blaming the kid. Fuck the kid. Not literally, but fuck the kid. What business does he have, being 4 years old and falling into a cage with a gorilla? Like,
too right, mate. Too right.
Like, and the truth to this, in my opinion, is that there's really no one to blame. It's a series of unfortunate events, to be quite honest.
Did you watch the movie?
No, I never even. I haven't even read the books. I just know it exists. But anyway,
read one of the books. It was mediocre, as was The movie was okay. It had Jim Carrey in it. He's usually good at stuff.
Was it recent?
It's not that. It's from
There was
2003, maybe.
there was talks of a Netflix TV show.
Oh, that might be sick. I'm not sure. You been watching the Netflix shows?
Some of them. I watched
Which ones?
Narcos. That's a very good one.
Narcos.
It's a very good summer vibe type show.
Oh,
I
yeah.
enjoyed that one. Watched Daredevil, both seasons, nothing spectacular. Watched Marvel, Jessica Jones, again, nothing spectacular.
Jessica Jones, you mean the cuckold show?
Is this really going to be a new trend in the podcast? Like, is this really
The meme is a year old anyway. We shouldn't really be milking that.
It is.
I mean, you do seem to be obsessed with black men.
That's
That's
just
just
stop.
an undeniable fact, you know. Yeah,
Stop.
Ciganin, you need to stop, is what I'm saying.
Stop. Anyway, the gorilla got shot, and there's been people who have said that there was no reason to shoot a gorilla dead. You could have just tranquilized it.
Did he?
And-
Oh, I thought it was the dad that shot the gorilla.
No. It was the zoo officials who shot the gorilla.
The trank is
And-
not going to take instant effect in the...
Exactly.
like,
It's gonna
panic.
take like 5 minutes, and the gorilla might flip his shit. And the only one that he can flip his shit on is the kid. So you don't want to do that. So really, it was a judgment call on the.
And it was the right call. The kid's life is worth more than the gorilla's.
Regrettably, it was the right call to kill the gorilla.
Fuck animals. That's why, do you think about the animals, like, think
You
about
eat.
the cows and pigs and chickens?
I
I don't care. If I thought about them, then I couldn't eat them. I'm not going to do that shit. Fuck them. That's what I say.
In the words of Maddox, animals are people that you can eat.
What
Maddox.
happened to him? Like, he fell off, didn't he?
He didn't open his Patreon, from what I know. So
He opened it or didn't?
no,
open
he didn't. He didn't
I
open
know.
one. So,
I used to browse his
'cause
website back in the day, when it was all crappy and
his website
came
still
out.
looks like that. That's probably why he's not that popular anymore. He's old,
he's an
prob-
old man. He's like
He's like 40 now, I think.
I'm gonna say 45.
I'm gonna Google this just
He
to.
was my jam. Like, he was funny shit. I used to look forward to going on Maddox
38.
articles. 38. He looks bad for 38.
Yeah.
Well, he probably looks about average. Let's get real.
38. University of Utah alumni.
Utah.
Salt Lake City, Utah.
That's where Mormons come from.
The more you know. He's got 31k followers on Twitter. That's not a lot. Here we go. He actually chimed into the gorilla thing.
Oh, what do you say?
That's the first tweet. Can't wait for society to evolve to a point where we can shoot gorillas in their pens without waiting for a child to fall in.
Yeah.
I don't quite get that, but
No, I don't
okay.
get it either, to be honest. But I still respect Maddox for the hustle, the good laughs, all that shit. In any case, I think we're coming up to about time now, despite our technical difficulties. So, if you'd like to wrap it up, Ciganin.
Okay, so the theme of the podcast, I'd say whoring yourself out, just in general.
No, not cuckoldry or
No, whoring yourself out. That's the one I
interracial breeding grounds.
interracial gorilla breeding grounds.
Take your daughter to the interracial. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so we covered Spoony milking his Patreon. So Spoony whoring himself out to, his fans, but that's not really working out for him anymore. So, whoring yourself out to, yourself, trying to self-discipline yourself in the hope that you'll ever amount to something. You might not.
This podcast won't, but
Yeah, just
kidding. Like, to be honest, we're gonna get on that Patreon type shit.
Yeah, I mean, we might open one. Yeah, who cares anyway? Like, who's watching this?
Who's watching this? All of my Reddit. That's who. Hi Reddit.
Reddit. Hi Reddit. I think we should write a
Have
note.
the sign, do the.
Oh yeah, like when we do, when people do an AMA, verified.
Hi Reddit.
God damn it. We covered actual whoring, like to an older guy to pay your bills.
Sugar
and stuff.
daddies.
Sugar daddies. Whoring yourself out on YouTube, but that's not really new, is it? And I'd like to say whoring yourself out to Gorilla, but that would be that'd be just stupid.
That'd be weird. There was no sexual diddling on the grid.
That we know of.
That
yes.
we know of.
Yes.
In any case, he met his end. So.
And we covered whoring yourself out to the Communist Party of China by buying all this tech stuff from China. Yeah. Xiaomi phones, headphones, different kinds of phones, just all that good stuff. So, yeah, I think this was regardless of the technical difficulties, this was a sort of decent podcast. Can't complain.
Yeah,
can't complain. There's a good amount of memes mixed up in it. I mean, if someone ever listens to this, it's content. We're content creators,
I'm a content creator.
Yeah.
I need people help me.
Exactly. That
help people.
That's us.
Who is that?
It's my favorite black person. That's who it is. But yeah, we're part of the paradigm shift,
2070 paradigm shift, TEDx, next X.
Exactly, that's us. 2020, 2017, 20. Yeah, I think by 2017 we would have shifted the paradigm successfully. Jumped onto the next big thing.
I believe it. Now, like Naruto, I believe it, nigga.
Exactly. So. This is where the outro music would probably, cue in, and yeah, that was all. It's 8:16 p.m. on June 1st, 2016. You know it, you believe it, we believe it, everyone believes it. So yeah, hope you have a nice day.
It's a bye from me, Jewan.
It's a bye. It's a goodbye. Mine's good.
All right.
It's safe, a good ass. Yeah, from Ciganin.
Yeah, safe.
Safe.
That's all, folks.
Yeah, that's how I'm supposed to be. Everything look like it's supposed to be.